Come with me and some of my best friends to Tahiti to show our feature documentary, Standing Above the Clouds, at a film festival there. Here we are about to touch down in Papeete, which is the capital of French Polynesia. It was absolutely stunning, and the clouds were breathtaking. The cultural organization Haururu hosted us and sang us so many beautiful welcome songs, and I was also so struck by all of the beautiful street art and murals throughout the city. We headed over to Point Venus to get into the water and really just feel acclimated with being in Tahiti Nui. And the water was so clear and so beautiful. It was also extremely hot. It's like high 80s Fahrenheit, very, very humid. So it felt so good to be in the water. And I got to read my book by the beach, which is one of my favorite things to do of all time. And the water is super, super shallow. So people kind of just wade and sit and chill. I really liked this pink church too. I thought it was so beautiful. And then we came to the FIFO, which is the film festival we were going to, opening ceremony. And they greeted us with leis, and then they also gave us these headphones that were translation devices because pretty much the whole festival was in French. And none of us really speak French. It was hot, 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 but there were so many really great speeches. Got to hear from the president and a bunch of other officials in the government, so that was really cool. The whole film festival was centered around this banyan tree with these beautiful, beautiful banners that were hanging down from it. I loved having this ancient tree as the center place, and it was so beautiful and stunning. And then we went and had a gorgeous sunset moment. The crepes were so good, and all of the fish was so incredibly fresh. The next day, we started bright and early, and we made the journey to Pape'e'no'o and then to the Marae Wharehape. And we went to really honor a lot of significant signs for Pele, who's the Hawaiian goddess of lava. And it was such a beautiful 1-hour 4-wheel drive journey all the way into the heart of the valley, or the Marae Wharehape. It was just incredibly gorgeous. We did a few ceremonies along the way to offer song or oli to make sure we had permission to get into the valley, and then here we are changing into our regalia and getting ready for a bigger ceremony, which went really, really well. And afterwards we got to jump into the spring water, and we're using awapuhi, or this fruit plant that you can use to wash your hair, and it was such a magical mermaid moment. And in general, Wharehape is so beautiful. There's so many lifeways and practices that are being brought back there. There's also fruit trees everywhere. This was a guava that I was eating that I had just picked, and it was absolutely delicious. And then my friend Tanya had a really magical moment with a puhi, who there are a lot of legends around. Puhi is an eel and has all these legends with the goddess Hina, who's the goddess of the moon. And here she is feeding the puhi. Pet the puhi. This was my favorite thing that we saw, which was called Pele's hair. And after it rains, Every single one of those crevices are waterfalls, so it's full of tiny waterfalls that are flowing down. We had 3 screenings of my film, 2 for the general public and 1 for students, and all 3 were completely packed, which was so incredible to see. And we had a really beautiful response from students and from adults alike, and we're so grateful for our translators that were translating between English, French, and Tahitian, and doing such a great job. And then the film festival had so many fun parties like this one. I also got to speak on a panel at the film festival with a bunch of other filmmakers and activists that I really admire. The panel was all about traditions and environmental awareness, the key for tomorrow.
A house of wahine of women to come together and learn Oli and try to process some of the trauma from being on the front line. But she also puts it so beautifully in the film too, which is that this isn't just something that we have to heal from, it's something that we heal through too. And that uniting as a people and standing together and protecting your sacred places is something that is so healing. But of course, the other elements of it make it difficult and something that you have to heal from also. And that's one of the elements of intergenerational leadership that we wanted to show of anti-Pua, like the more anti-Kapuna generation who had to work all the time and never got any breaks, and it was just a few wahine that were holding so many sacred sites and so many places. And the next generation, for her daughters, wanting a version where you can take breaks, you can, have fun with your friends, you can do the things you need to do to kind of fill your cup. And there's many more people that will stand for those places and stand together. And hopefully as the generations continue, it will just be more and more people so everyone can have more time to have, balance and other things in their lives too.
Puro